Ok, on va pouvoir continuer l'aventure Disco Elysium. Hier on avait enfin récupéré notre arme. Hop. Chez ceux qui... Hop. On avait fait récupérer notre arme, on avait passé le temps. Normalement toutes les quêtes et autres que je devais faire c'est fait. Spiritueux, je sais pas ce que c'est. Et là il faut aller chercher Ruby. Endosser la responsabilité, je ne peux pas faire malheureusement. Donc du coup j'ai 2 balles. C'est quoi ça? Une fente dans le béton, une bouche d'égout. Ok. J'ai 2 balles pour tirer. J'ai mon pistolet et on va pouvoir aller sous le bâtiment. Continuer l'enquête. Ça me casse les couilles qu'ils veulent pas rester sous le casque. Correctement. Voilà. Ok, c'est par ici. Petite sauvegarde. Alors faut que je prenne une lampe torche d'ailleurs. Hop. Des sous. Plus de sous. Tu as de béton enterré dans le sable et la poussière. Bizarre, bizarre. Comme c'est bizarre. Vous avez dit bizarre?
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed.
What the fuck?
Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain, like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice. It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head all at once. But her words are the only ones you can make out.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse. Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
The voice coming through the whirlwind of pain is not malicious. She doesn't want to hurt you, but she has to. Doesn't wish to hurt you, not according to your ear canals. Wait, no, not even your ear canals. This is going directly into your neural pathways. That's an awful decision. Why would you not want to shield yourself from it? It's an entirely new type of experience. Way worse than all the previous ones. Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest.
Qu'est-ce qui m'arrive?
I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field.
The explosion of static you're hearing. It's the ULAN frequency. Blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
J'ai vos équations sans les ondulan.
Saw my equations? You've been sniffing through my lorry, right? I expected as much. I am a bit surprised you knew what you were looking at.
You should probably check on Kim. That's what good partners do.
Right behind you, officer.
A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, you can force a radio signal grid on the pale, literally crunch the distance across it. Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job manning those stations. All alone out there in the pale, people lose their minds in just a few years.
So, what we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, the frequencies used are out of this world. At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale latitude compression. That's why you may be hearing some numbers. But you might also hear, or think you're hearing, local radio chatter.
She's been holed up in here for a while with no one to talk to. Keep her talking, and you just might get an opportunity to break loose.
C'est quoi cette satanée intangible?
The Pale? It's the end of the world.
Comment vous réussissez à dégoter ça?
I built it myself.
Action de son engin de torture.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't we?
Oh yeah. Way beyond.
Est-ce que je vais rester comme ça pour toujours?
No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. It may take a few minutes for you to steady yourself, though. It's a bit like waking out of a very confusing dream.
3, 4, 5, 5, 7, 9, 10.
Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through.
Et allez, parlons de l'homme que nous avons tué.
Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it.
S'il vous plaît, est-ce que vous pourriez redescendre le compresseur pour qu'on puisse vous demander quelque chose?
If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
3, 6, 1, 8, 9, 2, 8, 1.
Damn this!
C'est l'intensité
God
intégrée.
damn it. Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
She's carrying a 2-barreled front loader. Remain careful.
Fais attention.
Well, it doesn't feel much better, but you can form sentences now. Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much. Just keep her talking, and you'll get through this.
Vous remarquez notre arrivée.
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while.
Cachant les balles sous le plancher.
So you found my shack, huh? I'm not surprised.
Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been betrayed.
La belle éleveuse nous a pas dénoncé.
So nice. That's one knife I didn't want to find in my back.
Vous prépariez au pire.
I was. Before I caught you in the Pale Latitude compressor. I'm fine now.
It was dark in the shack. The waves outside had calmed down. She looked at the loaded gun. Then she cracked the barrel open and took the bullet out. Not today.
C'est vous qui avez battu Lily?
No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the lynching, though I doubt that makes much of a difference to you.
So she says she didn't do it, and she doesn't trust you. Is it you specifically, or the citizens' militia that she distrusts?
Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have broken first.
Lorsque j'ai menacé de l'arrêter et que j'ai craqué, elle m'a tout avoué.
Oh. Well, I guess I always knew she was a survivor above all else. But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me?
Mon intuition n'était pas complètement à côté de la plaque. Je suis sûr, si, il a fallu le convaincre. Première intuition n'était pas complètement à côté de la plaque.
Titus and his boys, man. They told us you were on the coast.
Even now, Kim is a paragon of professionalism. He is trying to make a clean cut of telling her she was betrayed.
Well, fuck. Those guys liked me, I know it. If this is what happens to people whom people like...
A dull despair is creeping into her voice.
How the fuck do the rest of you get by?
En fait, vous tous, pour ce... Et pas vous qui m'avez appelé le découpe sur les mains, ne prenez pas forcément, je serai votre fan. Je poserai des questions et j'en ai réserve pour vous. Vous pouvez m'expliquer.
What shit? I told you I didn't do it. Sounds pretty simple to me.
Et vous que Lily est une personne agréable?
I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types.
Vous ne vouliez pas forcément en raison de ses comportements avec les femmes, par exemple.
You think I was envious of his conquests? Look, pussy's not a problem for me. And definitely not a reason to off someone.
See her confident gaze, her toned arms. Yeah, she wouldn't have had much trouble in the intimacy.
N'éprouvez pas de sympathie pour les mercenaires, pourtant ils font un travail difficile.
Plenty of broken people who don't come with that kind of body count. Besides, they're paid well for what they do.
Est-ce que vous sentiez que vous deviez protéger le syndicat?
Yeah, sure. And I didn't like Wild Pines sending in those foreign hirelings. Me and a fuck ton of other people around here.
She didn't hate him, okay?
Une autre question.
I'm listening.
Est-ce que vous avez un alibi pour le soir où il a été abattu?
Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon you.
Apparemment, il dit que vous êtes parti pisser pendant 15 minutes.
Yeah, and I'm sure they also made some funny remarks about it. They always do. I've driven a lot of long haul and chugged a lot of beer, man. Can't do either without some power of mind over bladder. And anyway, that wouldn't have been enough time.
L'enquête a démontré que l'assassin a pu commettre le meurtre en 15 minutes.
Wow. Now I'm curious. Please, explain.
Tu en as découvert un passage secret au premier étage, tu vas aller. Il donne sur le toit.
Don't know it, but also... The shot couldn't have come from the roof. Or we would have all heard it downstairs.
She has a point there. No one mentioned.
That didn't go super well. You've got to lay something better on her.
Vous avez une arme.
And
Où est-ce que vous l'avez trouvée?
the gun store.
Quelle armerie?
Trigger Happy Jacks.
Ah bon, la gâchette.
What did you think? That I'm going to squeal on my gun supplier? Sorry, I'm not that kind of gal.
Je vois que vous avez une arme à chargement par le canon ou d'autres armes quelque part.
Sure don't.
A breech loader?
No.
Dit, je n'arrive pas à
A
voir.
Noctway 80 front loader. Two-barreled. Not really what you were looking for, I'm guessing.
Je vais vous parler d'autres preuves.
Yeah. Evidence.
Vous aimez beaucoup Clash.
I considered her a good friend, yeah.
Est-ce que vous aimez beauté du minot? Scarifier les gens fait partie de vos passe-temps.
I'm not following your clever insinuations, detective.
Que je trouve le trou dans le mur Clash est plutôt suspect.
Look, I'm not aware of any hole in Claudia's wall. And if I had been, I would have told her to get it sealed. That's what friends do.
Vous n'avez donc pas regardé Clash à travers le Judas.
Nope. Look, she has an effect on people. That je ne sais quoi that makes it impossible not to look at her when she walks into the room, and very difficult to look away. But travel enough and you realize... For the same reason that she's everyone's type as an object of desire, she's not irreplaceable.
Vous voulez qu'elle soit plus que votre amie.
Oh, so that's where you were going with this.
Et vous voulez... Elle a dit que vous vouliez fuir avec elle.
That's a very sentimental way of putting it. We both had pasts we didn't want to catch up with us, and we enjoyed listening to music together. Why not go on a road trip?
The lieutenant watches her expectantly, occasionally shaking from the pain.
Okay, fine. I was into her. Clausy was into me too for a time, I know it. We even fooled around once. And yeah, after that I thought maybe we could make a go of it.
Que s'est-il passé ensuite?
She rejected me with some wishy-washy bullshit about how she was confused because she felt so close to me and valued my friendship so much, and how guilty she felt for leading me on. I knew that wasn't the whole story, but thought, fine, I'll take it and move on.
No ill will there. It wasn't a problem for her.
Clash a dit que vous étiez très en colère lorsqu'elle a commencé à voir les lits. Elle a dit que vous l'avez menacée.
Yeah. One time when we'd both been drinking, I said some heated things about how dangerous her patterns with men were. I was a little worried she'd blow it out of proportion in her head. All the drugs she was doing can make you feel like you're living in a DeLorean tragedy.
Ah, ça, vous avez aidé à maquiller le meurtre en un charge.
Yeah, the girl seemed terrified. The merc was beyond caring what happened to his mortal coil. It was a no-brainer.
Ok.
Go ahead. It's your body.
And mine too, he thinks. But keep on. This must be done.
Est-ce que vous traînez sur les toits?
Who doesn't? Oh, you probably mean Claudia's rooftop. Sure, I've hung out there. She's got this great antenna.
C'est la seule raison pour laquelle vous étiez allé?
The view's pretty bomb, too. But you might say the antenna was the main attraction there, yeah. Along with Claudia.
Elle est si bien que ça, cette antenne?
It's very powerful. I used it to tune into RCM frequencies. That's how I knew to be prepared for your arrival.
Fuck. J'ai l'impression que ça avait fait la voix du système limbique, ça. Vous êtes donc certaine que vous n'avez pas tiré sur le mercenaire depuis le toit?
Yes, I'm sure. And anyway, as I said before, the shot had to have come from afar.
Vous avez fait passer de la drogue pour le syndicat, j'ai inspecté votre camion.
So, Heart of Gold Tommy fucked me over too. Never trust a musician.
That really comes as a blow to her.
Non, pas du tout, je me suis débrouillé tout seul.
Okay, great. You got into my lorry on your own. What now? You're going to arrest me for drug trafficking?
Beneath it, she's relieved Tommy didn't betray her.
Je peux pas croire, mais vous avez une raison financière pour que tu me dises.
Man, it's to get away from all that murderous shit that I left Jamrock, my previous employer, for the union. I got lucky being a dispatcher. Never had to do any of the really dirty work myself. This gun has only been used for self-defense against serious scum.
There. It's going to be easier to reach the machine now.
Et vous êtes en train de nous menacer avec.
Based on what I've heard about you, you are serious scum.
There's a sinister note in her voice. Even with the gun and the compressor, she's afraid of you.
Revenons en arrière.
Yeah? Where?
More questions before doing anything.
Qui a tué le mercenaire si ce n'est pas vous?
How should I know? As I keep saying, he already had a bullet in his head when I got to him, and there hasn't been any useful gossip over the radio.
Those rings around her eyes, her tired voice. She's been staying up late, listening in on the conversations crisscrossing Martinez.
Police radio? You've been following the case?
Who hasn't? You know, I can still see him there, in Claudia's room, lying on his side. He was still warm, but the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he'd been dead for a good long while.
Qu'est-il passé dimanche soir? Racontez-moi votre version des faits.
She eyes you warily, as though gauging your sincerity. She's refusing to adopt the demeanor of a cornered animal, a leader with no one to lead. She still wants to retain some control of the situation.
It's okay. We just want to...
All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy and the boys over a few beers, like always. Then Claudia comes in, all pale and shuddering. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a seat next to her.
À votre avis, expliquez que vous avez su directement, à votre avis, est-ce qu'elle avait consommé de la drogue?
Oh yeah, super. But I didn't think too much of it at first. I'd seen her party hard before.
This woman has seen people OD. Claudia wasn't quite there yet. So
J'ai
why
expliqué que vous avez su directement que quelque chose clochait.
No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. I just assumed she'd done too much blow. It wouldn't be a first for her. But no such luck. She was in some deep shit. She asked me to come upstairs. The merc she'd been going with was lying on the bedroom floor, dead. I knew she couldn't get the authorities involved, so yeah.
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
Clagé a dit que vous sembliez avoir déjà évolué un plan lorsque vous êtes entré dans la chambre.
What? No. Faking a lynching was her idea.
She looks shaken. She wasn't surprised to be ratted out, but framed.
Son idée?
Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me how quickly she was able to get a hold of herself once we got up there. It was like she was another person. The party girl was gone. She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck to fake lividity. Then she dressed him while I went to get the Hardy Boys.
Glacia knew exactly what she was doing. You can't remain calm under pressure otherwise.
Dans la douche, elle était pleine de ressources.
Yeah. I wasn't sure whether to admire her or be disturbed.
Pensez que c'est elle qui l'a tué Lily?
As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything downstairs. No gunshot, nothing.
But even if this is true, weren't you worried this lynching might lead to...
War? The thought crossed my mind. But the mercenary's death was going to have repercussions either way. Although the way things are going... fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after what they did to me.
Si vous ne l'avez pas tué, pourquoi vous cachez alors?
I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around for questioning by a goddamn La Puta Madre agent.
That strange, distant fear is getting close now. It's a fear of yourself.
L'agent de la puta madre? De quoi vous parlez?
Yes, you. Everyone says you're his peon, his human can opener.
Through the sudden sharp pain in your head, you hear the lieutenant mumble something to himself. Fucking hell. And why me? You hear through the white noise. It's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploded.
Dis ça à tout le monde, et quand... C'est des conneries, vous essayez de me perturber les personnes.
Oh yes, they do. The cops, the criminals. Why do you think I'm holed up in here with a goddamn death ray waiting for you?
If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too.
Moi, quel est mon nom? Si vous êtes au courant de ça, vous devez connaître mon nom.
Harry Dubois. One corrupt motherfucker with the disco pants and a funny tie. Agent to La Puta Madre.
So she knows your name. That doesn't mean you're on the take. Criminals make up bogeyman stories about cops all the time. I don't know. Sounds pretty convincing to me.
Puta madre, j'ai entendu parler de la puta madre. Ils l'ont joué, non? Y a d'autres options là? Non, 3.
Is that a joke or a threat? I'm guessing both.
Je suis désolé, je sais que je suis censé être au courant de tout ça, mais j'ai perdu la mémoire récemment.
Yeah, sure.
She doesn't believe you.
I'm sure La Puta Madre himself will explain it all to you soon enough.
Qu'est-ce que vous avez avec ce madre?
You've been to my lorry. You think the biggest player in Jamrock appreciates competition? And now I have Harry Can Opener in my lair. Fucking Titus.
I thought we had an agreement, she thinks. This was not supposed to happen. She's not going to change her mind that easily. She still perceives you as a threat.
Est-ce que vous êtes au courant pour le bunker?
What bunker?
C'est juste un bunker, la banque communiste.
Don't know anything about it. No one's been around since I set up camp. But I'm sure I'm not the first vagabond to...
Un peu plus parsé.
Glad to have been of assistance. Best of luck to you, officers. Ravish.
The woman runs past you and disappears into the darkness of the tunnel.
All things considered, it could have gone worse.
Pas partir à sa poursuite.
No, I don't think she did it. She's someone else's case now.
C'est quoi maintenant?
Now we have to come up with a really good excuse for why we walked right into a trap like that. This isn't going to look good in the report. Her tent. Maybe there's something in there.
Ouf. Un noir, c'est cool à part de vue, il n'y a pas d'issue. Doramine. Ok, on prend, hop. On sent les cuisines, préparer de la banane. 8 balles.
The plain red tent stands by dispassionately.
Regarde à l'intérieur.
The tent looks old but well maintained. In the darkness of the tent, a rolled-up sleeping bag, cooking utensils, some books, and a kerosene lamp. It reeks of cigarettes.
Ok, un livre avec votre lampe électrique.
Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on one cover. On another, a ghost airship. You also see a collection of radio enthusiast magazines.
See anything?
Feuilleter magazine.
Rager Monthly, Journal of Material Science. More Technological Digest. One of the magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine. It's a leather notebook.
Calepin.
You pocket the worn brown leather journal. A trusted friend left behind.
We should read this immediately. Like, right now.
Ouais. Avec tel le livre, hop.
A thick journal. The cover is worn like someone used to carry it around in their back pocket.
J'ai mis la couverture.
It's made of full-grain leather. The lower left corner of the back cover sports an embossed brand name. Schneller.
Schnaller.
This was important to her, when it was still hers.
Défaire la lanière.
The journal falls open. About 2/3 of its ruled pages have been filled.
Respectez l'écriture manuscrite.
The large cursive of someone who writes quickly and confidently.
Feuilleter le journal, le livre.
It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated.
It's good she left in a hurry. We could learn a lot from this.
Quel genre de logistique?
Hard to tell exactly. It's mostly noted down in code. Looks like contact information, quantities, directions.
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes. I can give this to her after we finish this.
Qui représente les diagrammes?
Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude compressor, sketches, calculations of distance and density. You make out a familiar spiral shape.
Des trucs personnels?
Short, wry observations of people and places. Probably a way to pass the time on the road. Also, what appears to be attempts to sort through some difficult decisions. There are a few passages with many questions in them. Staff issues. Always tough on the leadership. You smell traces of betrayal.
Quand on remonte l'entrée la plus ancienne.
The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. Remember, no one is indispensable.
Qu'a-t-elle écrit le jour de la mort de Lily?
Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though, well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm bad at this. Loyal to a fault. But that's another matter entirely. You have no idea what she means. These are personal notes. Don't expect to understand all of it.
Rien sur la puta madre.
That name isn't mentioned as far as you can tell. Small wonder. Would you talk about La Puta Madre in your journal? You do see an M, though. La Puta Madre. M is mentioned on March 9th and March 15th.
4-5... 4 jours après, ouais, lire d'abord l'entrée du 9 mars.
Great. M's peon
Ouais.
is coming to town. No doubt to investigate the lynching. But also, I feel it in my gut to finally put a bullet in my head while I'm napping in my lorry or on a smoke break. Well, I won't stick around just to twist my own neck by constantly looking over my shoulder. Then again, isn't that what I've been doing ever since I got the call? Were you supposed to find her, even apart from the investigation then? On M's request? No, you wouldn't do something like this. This must be a mistake.
Hop. Ok.
You didn't follow through. You should have shot her in the head.
Il ne s'agit d'une coïncidence, je ne tuerai jamais quelqu'un pour en parler de ma fière.
The thought steadies your nerves. The journal stops shaking in your hand.
Et à l'entrée du 12 mars.
Been holed up here for 3 days now. I'm used to being alone and all, but I don't know when I'll be able to leave, or if I'll be ratted out. They will rat me out, of course. I've made it a point to believe in the best in people, the boys, for example. But experience tells me, did M feel truly betrayed by me? I was feeling threatened. He'd have to know if he threatened people, they'd take measures to protect themselves. Even I know that. Economic measures first of all. Gotta make a living, right? I can still hear his voice in the receiver. Taste the plastic. The entry ends abruptly. The call was a courtesy. He must have held her in high regard to personally tell her he knew about her plan to run drugs for the competition.
Et l'entrée la plus récente en finir avec le journal.
The most recent entry is from today. It reads, even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder on top of that. Forever on the run. Not really my idea of the open road. Man, I was really looking forward to winning.
It looks like she might have been framed.
Ouais.
That would be a first, or a fourth. But who's counting, he thinks. Very rarely does anyone actually get framed.
Si elle est innocente, alors on a peut-être bien fait de ne pas
I
l'arrêter.
wouldn't go so far as to say that. We have other reasons to arrest her. Besides, I'm not sure her life as a fugitive is going to be much better than we does. Especially if she has problems with the madre.
Mais est-ce que je suis vraiment un agent de la putain madre?
No, I don't think you are. Ask someone in your precinct if you want to be sure.
Collègue, ok.
His trust is well placed. You aren't. You can feel it.
On n'a pas vous qui a tué le mercenaire.
Classy was the one who pointed the finger at Ruby. Perhaps she was trying to steer us away from herself, or
Personne n'a entendu de tir.
maybe she had an accomplice. Either way, we need to keep an eye on her. One thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling and rags. Questions to ask. We should get to it.
Ok. Ok. J'ai toujours pas trouvé les traces de tir. Hein. Juste regarde là. Les trucs que j'ai. Tissu de poussière.
Could this have been the killer's hiding?
Ah voilà.
And this narrow window, the point of origin of the shot that killed the mercenary?
Jetez un œil.
Outside the window, desolation. Snow falls softly onto the coastal sand, where it melts almost instantly. On rooftops, it lingers.
Et si tu as utilisé le plan pour...
It's a great place to hide. And Mazovianism and murder are certainly not mutually exclusive. But there hasn't been anyone here in ages.
Et je ne vois pas le lien avec les tirs, pas ici.
Indeed. No one could get a clear view. Well, at least we've been thorough. I like thorough.
The lieutenant's voice betrays a slight disappointment, which he glosses over by reasserting control.
In fact, I think we're done with this bunker. After you, officer.
Ok. Est-ce qu'il me reste des trucs à assimiler? Non. Hop. Alors on va parler avec la meuf dans l'église parce qu'on a trouvé une radio. La truc pour l'intangible. Alors ça peut lui être utile. Ensuite on va se TP au Willing and Rag. Alors, on va reprendre. Objet, on va reprendre les sacs poubelles. Hop.
Yes, what is it?
Ok, non, t'as rien à dire de plus.
The mother of...
Ok. De toute façon, là, faut aller au jeu Welling and Rag pour les deux. Ouais. Ok, je peux pas me TP. C'est bien ce que je pensais. À un moment, apparemment, il peut plus TP à partir d'ici. Je vais peut-être reprendre du coup. Non, pas ça.
Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It's like an extension of your arm, the polished wooden handle almost fusing into your palm.
Je crois qu'on reconnaît l'arme.
It reminds you of the day you first held it, with fear and respect, hoping you don't have to use it in vain. The sun was out in Jamrock. It was so long ago. Sheathe your sidearm, officer. A serious law official, cop by the book, should know to only unholster their service weapon when using it is unavoidable.
Hop. Hop là. Ah non, je peux pas me TP, ok. On va retourner à pied là-bas. Ah, du coup, si on a un agent, un mec de la drogue, c'est chaud, ouais. Un agent de la mafia, mais vraiment un rip jusqu'au bout, quoi.
Stop. Just up ahead. Danger. What you have isn't enough. You'll need more firepower. A ranged weapon. Water streams down your pry bar. Or crowbar. Or pry bar. Call it what you will. It doesn't stand a chance against military-grade weaponry.
Je sais faire
Be
quoi?
prepared. Make sure you have your pepper box in your hand. Your fingers reflexively reach for the Villiers 9mm pistol in your pocket.
Je ne suis pas sûr d'être prêt pour ce qui me
Then
prépare.
you'd better get ready. Whatever happens, I've got your back.
Hop. Vêtements, on va prendre le... Hop. Est-ce que j'ai des lunettes qui me donnent que des bonus par hasard? Je ne crois pas. On va éviter d'en mettre. J'ai d'autres trucs qui seraient remplaçables en pantalon. Non. Chaussures, j'ai pas mieux. Affinité mécanique. Ouais. Allez hop, petite sauvegarde.
I'm all out of shits to give, loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning. Put your damn gun down. People are gonna get hurt. We need to talk this through. All right? Shut up! You're not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit fuck.
This is the mercenary at the gates. His chest rises and falls under the ceramic breastplate. His fingers reach for the butt of his sidearm.
Ils sont
There's
stylés leur armure.
something very wrong with him.
Attends, c'est classe G ça?
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
The Kypt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Courty.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street? This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fellas?
He is facing overwhelmingly superior firepower, and he knows it.
Peaceful.
L'armure était en train de pleurer.
Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse. The masked man's words are barely intelligible. but you can hear them.
Fuck, there's a third one. How did we miss something like this?
The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there.
C'est le chef mercenaire qui garde entre la chapelle au fion.
If this turns into a firefight, we should take him out first.
On fait quoi?
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene.
He doesn't want to, but he must.
Arrêtez, police.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
Pig fuck!
Doucement, personne ne va crever aujourd'hui.
Oh, people are gonna die today. We're not leaving it like this. These tribals hung him up for everyone to see.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle. The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. Suddenly, the grip of your sidearm feels comforting and warm in your hand. Feels like it's saying, do it. Even if it comes to a fight, it's always a good idea to drag it out first. Get under his skin. I don't know about this getting under his skin. What if he gets under yours? I'm barely keeping your hand from trembling here. Peace. Always peace. It has worked thus far. Start with the first idea you have, then move down from that. Please.
Revenir d'où jusqu'à présent, ça marche quand ça a été effectué. C'est qui ça a désigné l'homme que je savais pas que vous étiez trois.
Rude. Rude is the killer. Rude, the killer, Owen Cloven. He doesn't talk much.
All of you cunts inside out.
Le tueur.
The gunner. The raddest. The killer. What do you think he does?
Je crois que t'es un gros dur, hein. C'est une tuerie. Cette tuerie n'a aucun sens.
What are we waiting for? Let's blow that pig fucking mouth off his face.
Lance Corporal! Just fucking shut up and wait for your order.
He is not used to commanding or leading. He feels uncomfortable. He'd rather shoot to kill.
Écoutez, ils n'ont rien fait.
Who did that?
Quelqu'un d'autre, quelqu'un qui n'est pas là maintenant.
How fucking convenient.
Bonne jour, a pu monter sur ce toit comme Garté, le patron du café, est abattu de 30 licences. En fait, ils sont ici montrer les 1000 dollars, c'est l'un d'entre eux. Changer la vie. Et on sent un
You
sniper.
think I'm fucking stupid, cop? What if I just shot one of your pals here, right now? Huh? How about the kid? Tell me, it's a magic fucking sniper one more time.
Listen, please. This cop and this drumhead court marshal won't decide who...
He's gonna do it. He's gonna shoot her.
Réfléchis, réfléchis. Pourquoi est-ce qu'il ne le croit pas?
The Hardy Boys confessed to hanging him. All together. Titus said, we took him out back and hanged him. He said it loud. In a public place.
Il a été tué par balle, il n'a pas été pendu, écoutez-moi.
You're lying. DePaul heard it.
You heard wrong. She and these men have been helping us find the shooter.
Pendant des ans, était une couverture, écoutez.
Fucking liars.
Putain de merde.
The shot rings in your ears. A low, tinny ring. Then the Hardy Boys yell something. The young woman stands and looks behind her. The shot has flown over her head, crashing a small pane of the glass window behind her.
I missed.
I know what I heard, Corty. They said they killed him. They said it was a good way to end a Sunday night.
That's bad. You need to stop arguing now. This won't be won by talking about the case. They don't care.
Un pour de Noël. Je peux pas augmenter ma rhétorique. Non. Suggestion, est-ce que je peux augmenter? Oui. Et coordination. Putain, coordination, ça passera jamais. Hein. Ouais, on va augmenter la suggestion là. Parler du pendu.
Dangerous. Ask about him first. You don't want personal facts about his dead friend coming out of your mouth. He has to start it.
Non, je fais le parler de lui-même. Il ne faut pas que tu mentionnes des faits privés. Qui êtes-vous?
Sergeant Major Raoul Cortiner, reporting in to burn this fucking mud hut to the ground.
As he moves, the interlocking pieces of his armor click softly.
For killing, maiming, and humiliating our commanding officer, you're all sentenced to death by lead.
Il avait les yeux bleus, n'est-ce pas, votre colonel?
Baby blue, yeah. Like someone fucked up and put a baby's eyes on a grown man.
En voyant son visage de manière étrange.
It was creepy, but bitches like that shit, I guess. Or, I don't know what bitches like. I just know how to mow down clogs.
Colonel ne méritait pas son sort, je promets, je trouverai son assassin.
Find his killer. Cop, his killer stands right there, shitting his pants, and you're standing in the way, protecting them. I know what this tactic is, Silo Sam. You're gonna die for them. Right here. Today.
This did nothing. You think you were onto something? You just wasted time. Please, act.
La représentante des Wellpine n'approuve pas du tout ça.
You think I care what that company cunt thinks?
Elle ne nous parlera pas si on massacre un paquet de gens. Elle me vénère quand elle va apprendre ça. Parlera pas si on massacre un paquet de gens.
The man stares at you with bloodshot eyes, a bull ready to charge.
Elle va être
He's
vénère.
not listening, but looking for an opening.
Elle va être vénère quand elle apprendra tout ça.
She's fucking gone. She fucking sailed off. You're alone. Stay cool! Don't do anything stupid! The company bitch is gone. Laylee's gone. Fuck are we still doing in this shithole?
Guys, I just get in the way. I don't even have a gun.
Hold your ground. Any more of you run, I'll shoot you myself. We're doing this together.
They're afraid, all of them. Trembling reeds in the wind. They'll run, scatter soon, one by one. No, the rest will stay. They will hold their ground, even if it means dying here with you.
Vous êtes tous bourrés, regardez-vous.
Yes. So what?
Un tour que le pygmée du désert dont je n'y serai pas. Je m'arrête affecté, vous allez le regretter.
Nah. I'm clear as day. Fucking government-ordained super soldier.
Enough already! What is this? We didn't come here to fucking chat!
Interrupt me again and I will execute you on the spot, Lance Corporal.
Et Jonathan apparaît avec ton manche, alors qui... Avec la G, elle peut tout expliquer.
Who the fuck is that?
Glacia, the woman upstairs, where is she?
She left.
unarmed, hunched, but keeping it together.
Oh, ça, elle est partie.
She left! Her room's cleaned out! Right before these assholes showed up!
We should have arrested her.
You can feel how upset he is with himself. Just for a second. Then the fear takes over and he's back in the moment.
Hey, Bushman! Your little cunt isn't gonna help you out of this one!
She's gone. Forget about it now. Concentrate on this.
Trouver matière à discuter.
International something. International law.
Première rencontre de la législation internationale.
Look around, you livestock! We're about to butcher the lot of you. Where is your international law?
There will be ramifications, but there don't need to be. Let's go inside and discuss what our investigation has uncovered. We have important...
We're not fucking coming anywhere, Sailite.
Say something. Get off this trail. Thank God it's only ineffectual thus far.
Jamais ça passe, jamais ça passe. Et en espérant que tout se passe bien.
What's the matter, loincloth? Got your mouth full of dick? Think I'm gonna spare you? My brother is dead.
Fais de mon mieux, juste besoin d'un peu plus de temps pour résoudre l'affaire. Tu vois mon dieu. Jamais qu'à tuer votre colonel, je vous ai pas tout dit.
Good. Kill him.
The porcelain man raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His hands are steady, and the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly.
Activité, éviter le tir.
A low shot rings. You feel a tapping, like rain on your chest plate. Heavy drops of rain. Then the sound of dice rolling as the cuirass distributes the shot evenly from plate to plate. You got hit. The armor took most of it, but still your ribcage burns. Feels like blood is slowly seeping into your lungs.
God, please.
2 shots ring at once. One from the lieutenant's pistol, and the other from de Paul's. It's aimed at the lieutenant, but it misses. You hear a scream behind you. Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers. Oh God, watch out. You see 2 cold eyes looking at you. Through all the smoke and panic, and a pistol raised, aiming at your chest, point blank. Then the man squeezes the trigger. A look of happiness. His eyes seem unnaturally bright, shining like stars. Something in the fear must distort him somehow. He is evil, and the end. Here it comes. Death. You can't. There is no time. Something inside your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is on fire, and your legs can't support you. You fall down like a rag doll.
Touchez la partie inférieure de votre corps.
Warm blood pools underneath you. It's sticky, and there's so much of it. Don't go into shock. Hold on.
Qu'est-ce que je vois?
Nothing. A persisting darkness. Dancing lights of pain. Distant shadows cast by them. Like a hellish play.
You're bleeding out.
Dessus une voix familière teintée d'urgence. Même pas la teuf. Forcément, je me suis fait flinguer, je suis en train de crever, quelle blague. Gentil, quand j'ai dit qu'il était tourmenté, je me souviens de tout. Je vois, tiens. Je me fais flinguer, je suis en train de crever, quelle blague.
Keep talking. Stay awake. Look at me.
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds ever more distant. And a cold comes over you. The lieutenant, too, is somewhere far away. almost gone, when suddenly you sense something behind him. A shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising his pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands.
Confiance, Kim, vous fait sincèrement confiance. Non, Kim!
Shoot. Dead. You hear your bloody lips mumble.
Oh,
You
j'ai
try
fait un...
to give him your gun, so he'd understand.
J'ai fait un échec
But he
critique.
does not. He doesn't look into your eyes and see the fear there.
Oh, j'ai fait un échec critique.
He just shakes his head, still crouched over you. You hear a distant gunshot, velvety smooth. A red circle has appeared on the lieutenant's jacket. It's growing fast. Like a pillow, he falls on you, cold nylon and blood slump on you as the lights go out. All the lights. The last thing you hear is the sound of his spectacles landing on the pavement next to you.
Tombe dans le ténèbre le plus total.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
Non, laissez-moi retourner au combat. Laissez-moi sauver Kim.
Kim, there is no Kim. There is no fight. It's over. It was.
Have mercy on yourself. Take the door.
He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh God, no. He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Over the hours. Hurting. Moaning in his sleep. And rotting. And being disinfected. And smelling of drugs and feeling saliva in his mouth.
He can't go. Not before the case is solved. There is a radio in the distance. A radio of the world. Playing sounds. Good morning, Elysium. Soon you will return to the world.
Hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. Finally we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call. It was him. He is the infernal engine. He never stops. He only gets worse.
You see Kuno's familiar shape in the foul pants. It turns double, then triple, from the pain. He says,
Coinslot's dead?
Une seconde, de quoi?
Just kidding, Pico. The boo-boo wagon took the Beano cloud away. He's probably gonna live.
Quoi? Où ils l'ont emmené?
To the hospital, fucktard. Should I to keep up with Kuno?
thank God. Okay, he's alive.
They say you got a lot of people killed. Like half the town. They say you didn't do shit. I guess that's cool. So I thought I'd stick around.
Sois honnête avec moi, j'ai besoin de trouver ma repère.
Sure, Kuno's gonna help you with that. Kuno's in a given mood right now.
Tu as dit que la moitié de la ville est morte?
Yeah, it was a fucking massacre. You and Kuno are the only ones left here?
Relax. The kid is just messing with you. You didn't actually get thousands of people killed.
Qu'est-ce qui m'est arrivé?
You tore some shit up there, pig. Got shot too.
Quelle est l'étendue de mes blessures?
How would Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking doctor. Pretty fucking bad, Kuno thinks. But you're one lucky pig. The doc took the bullet out and said you'll live. You got shot in the shoulder too, but luckily you were in that fancy teapot and it took the hit for you.
Est-ce que je peux marcher?
Are your legs attached to Kuno? Can the Kuno move your legs? The fuck should I know?
You can walk. If it's possible, then by pure willpower alone. You're a psycho-locomotor.
You keep asking all this weird shit from Kuno that the Kuno has no way of knowing about.
C'est qui m'a soigné?
Kuno did?
Merci. Tu as dit qu'un toubib va tirer la balle de la jambe.
Yeah, some cunt from your station came over and knife fucked you when you were sleeping. Nick's Fuckleave, I think he was called. Said he was a doctor, then fucked off and told me to phone him if you shit yourself.
Nix Gottlieb, station medic, throws a bag containing a small bullet into the medical waste disposer. Then he pops some caramel candy into his mouth and says, "Next, there's a line behind his door. We're detecting Druamine in your bloodstream. It's a potent morphine-based painkiller. The good doctor must have given you some. It's gonna suck when it wears off."
Des blessures?
Why, in the name of fuck, would Kuno be hurt? Kuno's fucking smart. Kuno wasn't in that fuck pile. Kuno knows when shit goes south, unlike you.
Fais doucement. Oh putain, on est avec Kuno, on est plus avec Kim.
Go easy, pig. You want to lean on the Kuno or something?
You can take it. Just don't lean on the old leg too heavily.
So, how is it?
Un disco, je sens super fort, sortir qui. Oh, sans très Kuno, ça. Genre un disco sans
Yeah, you got lucky there, pig. Maybe now Kuno can show you what real, brutal, hard music is.
Still, you see something akin to respect in his eyes. Yeah, that kid's taken a beating, or 10, from his dad. He has regard for a man who can walk after taking some damage.
Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé dans ma chambre?
Baby Beard was in here. Was probably a bitch to clean this shit up.
Tu veux parler de Garté?
Yeah, fucking Baby Beard. Cleaned all your shit up. He's like your fucking mum now or son.
Combien de temps je suis resté inconscient?
2 days. Kuno's been out longer sleeping off the speed train. 2 days is nothing. 2 days is nothing to the Kuno.
Qu'est-ce qui est arrivé aux autres?
Titus died. Some of his goons too. The whole fucking harbour is in lockdown right now. Even Kuno can't get in.
Titus est mort?
Yeah, fucking dead. Died in the hospital, I hear. Union's all weepy and shit. It's probably your fault.
It probably is, fucking Butterfingers. It's the fault of those who killed him, not you.
Ce que tu sais, c'est que là, j'ai la blonde de la chambre d'à côté vraiment partie.
Yeah, she's way gone, pig. Kuno's been here for 2 days, and Baby Beard and you are the only fucks in the building.
Putain.
Of course she's really gone. What did you think?
Porte entier verrouillé?
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. No one goes in or out. Shit's paranoid now.
Merci de m'avoir dit Kuno.
No problem. Kuno shares the info.
À faire quoi maintenant d'après toi, Kuno?
The fuck you asking Kuno for? How would Kuno know? Kuno's fucking 12.
Relax, Kuno, je sais quoi faire.
Oh, really? You can't get to that fat fuck Everard anymore, because the harbour's locked down. Half the hardy bitches are dead, and your company bitch sailed off.
La boîte a mis le vol.
Kuno thinks you're fucked, but I can help you. What you got? Bounce that shit off Kuno.
Let's do this tango, Pig, he thinks. Detective Pig and Detective Kun on the case. Kun and Pig. And you're picking him up on your cop frequency too? This is bad.
Il y avait un trou dans le mur de clavier, quelqu'un l'a regardé les pieds.
Huh? That could have been there for years. Kuno thinks it's a dead end.
Ouais, probablement.
Walls are full of holes in here, Pig. Even Kuno knows that.
There is no telling when it was made. He had a point there.
Il y a des traces de pas dans la poussière dans la chambre d'air, c'est le clavier.
There are fucking footprints everywhere, Pig. Pigs are too into this footprint shit. Kuno just saw footprints outside on the sidewalk.
Il y a 28% de chance que la victime ait été abattue à distance.
Yeah, that sounds real to Kuno. Forensic shit, true crime shit. Let's check out some crime scenes and assess shit. Pig style. Anything else?
He's genuinely impressed. But that's mostly to do with how scientific that percentage sounded.
Shit ain't nothing to Kuno. What now?
Je ne sais rien, mais je n'abandonne pas, Kuno.
Will Pig, you ready to walk, Will Pig?
Je suis prêt.
So, listen, Pig. Kuno's been thinking about shit and, Kuno's coming with you. Help you wrap this shit up, final style.
Asking for something, even asking to come along, doesn't come easy for him.
Pourquoi veux-tu venir avec moi?
This scene is dead. Kuno's out of here. Might as well be a pig. Big up fucky fingers on me way out.
Drug asset detected. Look at him. Life hasn't been easy on him. You want to drag him along and put him through more shit? Look, this might be his only way out. Trying to recruit him is like trying to make a pet out of fire. This kid recognizes only one authority, his own. This is a 12-year-old kid. You can't seriously be considering taking him along.
Ok,
What's going to
scelle.
happen to him?
Accepted the Kuno like a motherfucker. What are we gonna do now?
Maintenant, qu'est-ce qu'on va faire?
Yeah, debrief Kuno. Let Kuno know the plan.
On devrait errer sans but jusqu'à ce qu'un indice se présente.
That sounds like a hella shit plan. You asking Kuno to come along to your shit show, and you don't even know what to do. Fucking check your pig journal or something. Come.
On pèse le sang et la sueur. Étant placé, le moyen et la lumière du matin. Stéréo. Oh, la porte est ouverte, vous pouvez entrer dans la chambre de Kim.
The bathroom mirror has been wiped completely clean. You see the reflection of your face in the...
Ok. C'est quoi pour ça?
This fan has... Or has it been consigned there?
J'aimerais bien ramasser ma truc avant de partir. Mise en scène. Non, ça m'enlève de la mise en scène, ça? Oui, ça m'enlève de la mise en scène. J'ai pas de la mise en scène en plus, là. Sans froid. Pas l'impression. Sans froid, mise en scène. Est-ce que je peux mettre un point?
This fan has two chains. Or has it been consigned there as pan? You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from... What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie.
Enfin ma cravate, me dire, coup intérieur, cravate terrifiante. Ouais, non, je préfère ça. Hein. Hop. On va aller dans la chambre de Kuno, hop. Et là, 6h50.
These papers bear the stamp of the RCM. They appear to be fragments of the lieutenant's paperwork, half finished. You make out notes on this and other recent cases.
Ah, les notes du lieutenant Kutsugaragi.
The child. Dom's unfinished. Dom's unfinished too. The man with the hole in his head. Boring ass shit. Ah, motorcycle emptiness. That's a cool case. Kuno can solve that shit for the Beano.
M'appelle pas Biocleu.
No one tells Kuno what to call something. But the Beano was alright in Kuno's book. Kuno's pig.
Qu'est-ce qu'il écrit sur cette affaire?
Very little. This is a daily writer. He's just started copying notes from his notebook, preparing them for filing. The case appears to be named, however, KK57, 28 kilometers to the northeast, in the infirmary of Precinct 57. Lieutenant Kim Pinball Kitsuragi rests under a heart monitor. A triage sign, colored yellow, hangs from his injury record. Safe, it means. He coughs, propped up against the pillow. Why are you here? Asks the man as the cough fit resides. His eyes are black and moist. To inquire about the Lieutenant E. Freighter, sir. I am his partner, says Satellite Officer Jean Vicmaire, standing in the doorway. Then why are you wasting time here? Coughs Kim. He's out there, in Martinez, unsupervised, without cover. You need to get there. His cough gets the best of him. He grabs a glass. On his right-hand side, a little blue notebook, open at case notes. This year, you can see references to The Child, Dom's Unfinished 2, Motorcycle Emptiness, and The Man with the Hole in His Head. Half a dozen stolen property cases, titled Crossword Puzzles.
Ok. Bon, on n'a pas eu à payer la chambre, c'est déjà ça. Hop. C'est all non disponible. On fait mal, le chien était peut-être courir. Ah, qu'elle a laissé quelque chose sur la table.
Next to the stack of bills, you see a note. A few lines jotted down in large, uneven handwriting, just as the writer was about to rush out the door. I'm sorry, I fucked everyone over. P.S. I didn't kill him. P.P.S. Gift upstairs.
A gift, huh? That's fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Il semble qu'elle soit partie à la date.
Yeah. Fugitive on the run shit. Kuno's seen this shit before.
Cadeau.
A trap, probably. But don't sweat it. You got the Kuno spot on you. Let's go.
Just don't walk into another radio trap, okay? Relax. Not everyone.
Et là, c'est un piège. Tout explose. Oh shit. Fil rouge, en nylon humaine avec serrage, jusque sur le toit. Attaché à l'antenne. Ouais. Et du coup, il y a quoi ici? Il y a rien.
You see the same two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman, only now a red thread bisects the room, pointing from the antenna outside to the cupboard on the wall.
Aussi, le rush d'un puissant de l'antenne extérieure.
Oh, Kuno knows this shit. Ballistic shit, science radio shit. Shows where the shot came from.
Ouais.
A ray of backward motion explodes from his mouth to the roof outside, A prime, to then widen into a radius of locations in Martinez, B prime. It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant of possible angles, from a point beyond the roof. B triple prime. The island in the bay.
Gragé essaye de me dire que les tirs viennent de l'îlot.
You're really fucking onto something there.
Il y a des ruines sur cet îlot, une forteresse marine engloutie. J'ai vu avec les yeux à pièce.
Yeah, Kuno's seen that shit. Crazy shit. Ain't nothing to Kuno, but lots of places to hide there.
Comment elle a fait pour constituer la scène?
Kuno's got no fucking clue. You need to pig this shit, cop style.
C'est le seul point d'origine que je n'ai pas encore éliminé. Continue.
Cool shit, Sub-Zero shit. Kuno's listening, you got his attention, so what's next?
Il y a un qui va falloir aller sur l'île.
The wind blows in from the open window. The boy squints, looking into the cold distance across the water.
Je vais sur l'île, t'es partant?
Fuck yeah, I'm in. How are you gonna get to the island? Kuno has his ways, but that ain't for your fat old ass.
Peut-être que quelqu'un pourrait m'aider au village de pêcheurs.
There's this lady in the village. She, yeah, there are boats there. You go, do shit there. You'll get one on the coast.
Ouais, rendez-moi Kim, je préférais Kim comparé à Kuno. Ah, c'est la merde, on s'est fait tirer dessus. Garté.
Oh, you're up. It's good to see you back on your feet. Did you like your room? I cleaned it for you.
Fucking cleaned it.
What a dick. Dancing around in his maid uniform.
Ça, Kuno.
Kuno forces an unnatural smile.
C'est nickel.
You're welcome. I thought it would be nice for you to wake up in a clean place after you, let's be fair, defended this establishment and its clientele from gunfire. Defended may be putting it a bit generously, though. I had a great view of you doing nothing to stop those psychopaths. Then I crawled inside. Bullets started flying. Anyway.
He really wants you to realize that he was also on the balcony looking by, in the danger zone, so to say.
I hope at least your partner is recovering quickly. Also, you're staying here for free now. That's right, this establishment supports cops. The stay is free, the drinks are not. just felt I needed to
Sont
specify
passés
that.
tous les clients.
Oh, you know, people don't tend to stick around after shootouts. Turns out they're not good for business.
Qu'est-il arrivé à l'homme aux lunettes de
I
soleil?
don't remember everyone who comes here, and many people wear sunglasses inside lately. Must be a fad.
Oh, faut que je précise quand c'est arrivé et vous trouviez là sur le balcon.
Yeah, I was, yeah. That's because I'm a badass.
It really took courage. Don't pick at him.
Dans la tête.
He nods back at you, even more stoically. Just two badass men nodding stoically. Make that 3. Kuno is nodding too, hands crossed.
Très bien, merci.
No problem. They'll...
Ah, d'accord aussi.
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme.
Seeing you approach, the bruised man clenches his fists.
Oh no. You fly solo on this one? Those guys have been going around town, crying about their new asshole. Kuno can't handle this emotional shit when he's off the lightning.
Oh, it's you. Didn't think we'd see you walking anytime soon. Elaine, look. It's the cowardly cop.
Huh? What?
He's very, very drunk.
Il va bien, désigne
Does
Alain.
he look like he's okay?
He does not. His unshaven face is almost grey, and he reeks of piss, sweat, and booze. While still alive, he has abandoned his own body to decomposition.
Ah, c'est débile comme question.
No shit, Marlon.
Comment devenir les hardis maintenant que tu es mort?
Titus is fucking dead.
What's gonna happen to the Hardy boys? Look around you, man. This shit is done. There are no more Hardy boys.
Vous allez retourner tous les deux transporter les conteneurs sur le port?
No, man. I don't know. I guess the Union will still be policing the neighborhood, but who's gonna do it now?
Et c'est d'autres plus doués pour le moment. Titus n'avait pas un frère, Tips?
Tiberius, he don't want to get mixed up in our shit. Titus has been buttering him for years, on account of all this being fun as fuck. But he's got his window fitting business, a wife with 2 kids, and a 3rd one on the way. No way he's gonna leave all that.
Une idée de ce qui a pu arriver avec la G?
Damn songbird of misery, that one.
Et vous savez où on peut la trouver?
God said she took off sometime before the firefight. That's all. Trying to remember if there was anything. Oh yeah, he said she seemed to be in a real hurry.
Prenez soin de vous, les gars.
Yeah, you too. It's a rough world out there. It's not easy being a cop. We were too hard on you. We shouldn't have fucked with you like we did. You got between us and a lot of bullets in that fight. Matinees owes you one.
Hear that, Detective Pig? You're a fucking hero now.
I wouldn't go that far. But you got a home here if you need it. And 2 busted up Union men who are grateful to you. So take care, okay?
He really means it.
Kuno's gonna scram now. Can't be seen with pigs. Can't shit on Kuno's good name. So yeah, see you on the C4 island. Try not to get shot or drunk again. Kuno's counting on your ass.
Kuno will rejoin your party later.
Ok. Super. Près de retour. Près de toi.
The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. It smells of blood and heavy fuel oil. This was Cindy the Scar.
Et que Cindy Gavage a finalement trouvé les mots pour son chef-d'œuvre.
The red-dyed fuel oil glistens. This was painted very recently.
Ça sent le mazout.
And blood. Some of it may even be yours. Looks like a giant mop was used to turn it into lettering. Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that flammable?
Où voulez-vous en venir, cher doigt?
You could buy some smokes, light up a ciggy and throw it in there. You know, just to see what happens. See if it's flammable. It's...
Il n'y a plus... l'autre?
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man? Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same.
Oui, René.
The prick is gone. I can barely believe it. But he's really gone.
He is trying to retain his jolly facade, but the underlying sadness casts a deep shadow over his wrinkles.
Hell, most likely. He was an absolute Kent.
Quand il s'est fait soigner par un tribunal des mercenaires?
Oh, he would have liked that. Violent lives ending violently. That's how he wanted to go. Sadly, it was not the case.
Oh, est-il mort exactement?
His hungry little heart finally gave out. The dock workers found him in the guard booth this morning. Wasn't even supposed to be working for another week, but he just had to prove how tough he is. Guess he was about to head home, 'cause when the dock workers found him, he was wearing civilian clothes and not the Kuketu uniform I saw him in all the time. Sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Now the joke's on him, 'cause he's gonna be buried without it.
Mes plus sincères condoléances.
It is what it is, part of life really. But to know someone for 79 years, then one day they're just gone. I just don't know anymore. About anything really. But you must need something.
Ah, demander 2 ou 3 trucs à produire.
Yes.
Non.
Yes.
He finds comfort in the thought.
We all got to go sometime, officer. Everyone I love is already there. Probably waiting for me.
Je n'ai pas non plus
I'm
peur
not
de la mort.
afraid. It is what it is. I just don't.
My man, you're alive. Almost. Kind of.
Je traîne la
Sort
patte,
of
mais je suis
alive?
toujours en vie.
Man, what a day. I missed out on most of the action, but I heard it was quite the encounter. So what's next? You heading back to Jamrock now? Talker's local union muscle were behind it all. I'd reckon the case is closed, even if it kind of turned into a shit show.
On dirait que l'affaire est dans le sac, comme dit. Il me reste encore quelques points à vérifier.
Good luck with that, my man. Ain't easy being you, but hey, you're still breathing, right?
Ça me dérange souvent, hop.
A lorry abandoned by its own.
C'est quoi ça? J'ai pas vu ça. Une couverte par la neige, personne ne vit ici. Il n'y a plus personne là.
The Boyadero stares at you with respect, then gestures towards the trickles of blood adorning your clothes.
Ah, ce que ta grève nous apporte.
Any political movement goes through a period of strife. Shame you got mixed up in it though. Yet it goes back to an older era where this was commonplace. You have a true Boyadero heart.
Bon, oui tout le monde.
Hiding, gathering themselves. The harbor's in full lockdown, friend. No getting in or out.
Tu peux pas m'aider à rentrer?
No, man. Not today. Today is war.
Qu'est-ce qui va se passer ensuite?
Time will tell. I'll tell Everard you dropped by. I'm sure he'll be glad.
Nicolas rendu dit-il savoir que une crucifixion de Coyo. Est-ce que toi qu'est-ce que tu vas
I'll
faire?
be okay here, doing lookout. Quite the sight, aren't they? Getting to like that red I am. Don't worry about me. I live to alleviate the worries of our brothers. See if any insane killers turn up. Then I'll run.
C'est pas
And
faire
live.
descendre, d'accord.
I'm sure I'll be luckier than you, friend.
Ah, je me suis fait tirer dans la jambe, putain. Est-ce que la friterie a des trucs pour moi?
Is this about the question?
Ce ne sont pas celles qui étaient destinées à collager. Hop. Il n'y a rien de plus. Il n'y a rien de nouveau. C'est un feu qui est sur l'île. Ouais. Je peux me TP au village de pêcheurs, ouais, hop. Hop. Alors je vais juste aller voir un truc, parce qu'apparemment à l'église la meuf est partie aussi. Hop. Ah non, la meuf elle est pas partie. Elle a menti.
Yes, what is it?
Ouais non, on m'a menti. Hop. Ah putain, c'était la merde. Moi j'ai bien envie de refaire le jeu pour essayer de faire une run, donc j'ai que des réussites sur les jets de dés. Avec un petit truc de mode quoi, pour voir ce que ça donne. Si on obtient tout quoi.
Officer Harry, what happened? You're limping. Why are you limping? You look terrible.
She sounds almost disappointed with you, reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee.
Elle est en colère, pourquoi?
Look at you, you can barely walk.
Mais c'est au pied, on a tout déchiré, le spectacle oserait plus.
Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots. Not that we don't hear gunshots all the time, but they were closer than usual.
On va voir les autres types, ils sont tous morts.
So you're a killer? That's good, I guess. I guess. Better than being dead.
Un peinture, je suis un agent de police.
Hi. I guess you are.
Il y a une question à vous poser.
Of course. Can I help you with something?
Je dois me rendre sur cette île indiquée la direction de l'île.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
Ce qui est ici, sur cette île, j'ai aperçu des ruines avec les jumelles.
Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself. Always steered clear of it.
Hasn't been there herself.
Elle n'est jamais allée sur cette île, donc qui est allé alors?
My husband used to drink there. Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know. My mother told me. The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such.
Quel enfant?
The twins. God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
Y a-t-il quelque chose que je dois savoir avant d'aller là-bas?
Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there.
Est-ce que je peux emprunter votre bateau?
If you promise to bring it back. And no scraping the hull. I just got it nice and yellow. And no drinking on the boat. And no joyriding either.
The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eyes as she smiles at you.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
Plus tard. On va parler au gamin, hop.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Ok, les enfants, vous êtes allés sur cette île, pas vrai?
On that island?
Oui, celle-ci, j'ai besoin de savoir ce qui s'y trouve.
That's, nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. You can take a raft there, it's great. And we make a fire. We make a fire. Mm-hmm. Gather the sticks for the fire. And bullets. Or not real bullets, empty bullets.
Quoi, tu veux parler alors?
They're nice. The fire guy comes and asks us to put the fire out.
Tu es en train de me dire que quelqu'un vit sur cette île?
No. Yes.
Oh, vous l'appelez le monsieur du feu.
Because he asks to put the fire out.
Pourquoi vous me demandez d'éteindre le feu?
I don't know. He doesn't like it. He don't like people to be there. You shouldn't go. Yes.
Vous parliez de lumière?
I don't know.
Y a-t-il quelque autre chose que vous pouvez me raconter sur monsieur? Quel âge a-t-il et qu'est-ce qu'il vit sur l'île?
No, he doesn't live there. I don't think. No, he lives there. Been there twice, 2 times. He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
Autre chose, à quoi ressemble-t-il?
I don't know. We ran.
Père, elle est sur
He
l'île
just
aussi.
yelled we shouldn't be there.
Père, elle est sur l'île aussi, non?
Our father killed himself.
Ouf.
Don't say that, he didn't.
A dull pain flashes through your mind.
Votre père s'est pas suicidé.
I don't know. Doesn't even have anything to do with this, you. Father isn't the fire
Vous pouvez rien
guy.
dire de plus sur cette île.
There's
Hop. Ok.
Date of birth generator. You were born in the year 07, in the last year of the commune of Revachol, right before it fell, in the old military hospital on the ground floor, where people usually came to die during a snowstorm. The revolution had about 1 year left to go, and the fires were still burning bright. There were explosions in the blizzard. This was 44 years ago. You are 44 years old. The bloating might never leave your face, but beneath it, you still have some years. You still have some hope.
Ok, solution. Laissez l'apprentissage face à 4. Difficulté moyen pour trouver lancers passifs vigueur. Oh, c'est bien ça. Ok, surtout les lancers passifs. Ok. Il reste le miracle cénulien. Ok. Je peux augmenter la logique. Ok, bah je pense qu'on va pouvoir aller sur l'île. Je vais juste regarder ici qu'il n'y a rien. Non. Ouais, il me reste pas grand chose. Hop, sauvegarde rapide, hop.
A skiff with a small steering engine in the back floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty. Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go now?
Plus rien à faire, donc...
Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed all your accounts?
Je pense.
Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
Mort fixe magnétophore apporte... qui partenir.
There. This is now a rock and roll skiff.
Super. Qu'est-ce que je vais faire? Pourquoi je fais ça?
Why? Because rock and roll. Yeah. Sad rock and roll. Tune it to Sad FM.
Le bateau est bon.
There.
Merde.
This is not. Why? Yeah. Sad.
Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last forever. Eternally. Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last forever. Eternally. Just go want to be free. Want to be free. It will last Want to be free. Eternally.
Très stylé la musique. Très stylé.
The boat comes to a slow stop. You turn the engine off. Then there's silence. In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance.
Good? You made it?
Bien intéressé. Que l'on se tiendra devant la main, on va sortir le bateau. Bien.
I mapped the place out, and it looks like both of us aren't gonna make it. This is Death Island, the Hellmore.
De quoi tu parles?
I don't know. Maybe Kuno's just pessimistic because of the massive speed hangover. I did scout the place out. I can fill you in.
The kid turns away from you, cautiously looking to his left and right. He's on the edge.
Point de fortune, les bombes vont être assez puissantes pour poser les fondations. Oui, ils s'enfoncent dans l'océan.
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast.
Ça mène au dépôt du Finistère.
Cool fucking chain.
Quoi ça aurait pu servir?
Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno would use it to bring shit to the island.
Alors, réflexion. Hop. De ce délite, il en donne une cinquantaine d'années. On m'a fait une carte ou pas du coup? Non? Non. Pension inflammable. L'azote de verser par une noire et tout dans l'azote flotte dans l'air. Ah, c'est MC, verser une étoile. Tenter de petites tâches. Le petit boulot qui se trouvait à côté de ma pièce ici encore le coup. C'est un peu là-haut, il n'y a plus d'escalier. Voilà, on va passer par là. Hein. Mon sens glisse, les escaliers sont écroulés. Parfois c'est un emplacement pour armes.
An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift, with makeshift electrical wiring running out of its side and across the floor. The cables disappear into the wall to your right.
This shit's cold?
No, this isn't right.
Où ce câble?
Don't know. Looks like downstairs somewhere.
Quel est ce type de générateur?
Smells like mazout. Heavy fuel shit.
Tapez sur le
The hollow ring. The canister is empty. Dust falls from the generator and down into the ammo lift.
Générateur ici, qu'est-ce que ça signifie?
Fuck does Kuno know?
Pourquoi c'est ici?
Probably because it's winter. Some bums who camp here don't want to freeze to death. Maybe. Probably. Kuno's probably right.
It's...
Monsieur le feu, des gamins ont parlé d'un monsieur dans le coin, un monsieur qui fait un feu.
Alright. We're on to something. Kuno meant fire guy too.
Tu sais quelque chose sur un monsieur du feu?
Yeah, no. Kuno doesn't come here, I told you.
Partir. La plupart sont des romans fantastiques ou des fictions historiques.
There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting on piles of soft cover books. White linen and a pillow are visible under a worn-out caracol blanket.
Check this shit. Someone's been squatting here. Kuno knows because this shit looks like Kuno's place.
Il y a des signes qui montrent que quelqu'un vit ici.
You force the rest of the sentence out through pain, thick as molasses. With that...
Hey, Kuno doesn't want to hurt your feelings, but you look like shit. Maybe you should lie down in the bed, like recover before you die.
Fermez les yeux, je suis là.
You face the concrete wall. There's less light there, in the dark corner. Like a dog, you lie there. You didn't realize how tired you were. Your body is still nowhere near healed.
Vous mettre en boule en montant vos genoux près de la poitrine.
The blanket feels cold. The entire room does. Concrete and cold. Minutes pass. Half an hour maybe. The sounds of the sea beyond grow distant. Your eyelids close until you feel yourself standing up in the darkness, right next to the mattress. Slowly, the world begins to hatch from the blackness. It's evening.
Merde.
Sleep.
Ok. Et puis là, rendez-vous sur la plage. C'est moi ou tous les tables j'ai plus accès à rien. C'est bizarre, vous ne pouvez pas... Alors on va sauvegarder. Hop. Je vais relancer le jeu, ça fait chier que ce soit bugué maintenant. Je vais déjà recharger la partie pour voir si ça arrête de déconner, sinon il faut que je recharge le jeu. Hop. Ok, on va relancer le jeu, hop. Putain, les bugs sur la fin, quoi. Ce que je suppose être la fin, du moins. Relou. Putain, c'est chiant si la partie finale est buggée, quoi. Je vais juste fermer le volet en attendant. Hop là, non, voilà. Continuer, espérons que ce soit débugué. Apparemment pas. On va passer par en bas. Un peu accès à notre inventaire, un peu rien. On est vache, il y a quelque chose en bas. Là, il n'y a rien, hop. Je vais dans l'eau maintenant. Oula, pourquoi le cerveau il me dit de faire ça? Je vais pas faire ça tout de suite, on va déjà explorer le reste. Pourquoi le truc il me dit d'aller dans l'eau? Ah, j'aime pas aller dans l'eau, putain, ce fob, niquez-vous le jeu!
Dolorous day, the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state turns around to face you. She has an airship airbag in her hand. She seems to be in a hurry. Okay, don't say you need to talk right away. Melt the ice first. This way you're already talking. But you don't even want to talk to her. She would only be cold and mean. Let her go. Let her go. This is the holy queen of the territories of Mwindi and Insulinda. Think of the historic knowledge we could glean. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win her back.
I'm going to Morova. To live there, in Grad. It's 1 million kilometers away, Harry. Might as well be another lifetime.
Si on reste un peu, il faut qu'on parle. Il faut vraiment qu'on ait une autre face à face digne de ce nom.
No, Harry. No. I don't want a massive, epic showdown. I want to go to the aerodrome. I have tickets for the 10:20 flight to Morova. We don't have anything to talk about anymore. Every combination of words has been played out. The atoms don't form us anymore. Us. Our love. Our unborn daughters. It's all gone. I have to go to the aerodrome. I have to leave Ravachol and you. And you have to be alone. In hell. Forever.
Oh God, whatever you do, don't try to kiss her yet. Not after that. You're still reeling. You'll fall over if you try now.
que je cherche son téléphone. Et que je possédais une grande âme et que tu serais toujours fidèle. Je cherche son tête. Tu es pas vraiment Dolores Day.
I don't know what you mean. Dolores Day?
On va voir prendre par ce mystère. Et le deuil, tu n'es qu'un singe, malfaisant. Tu es dans le territoire du Mandy, de ce n'était tout. Tu es l'ex quelque chose.
Wasn't I Dolores Day just a second ago? Now I'm the X thing? You're confusing me. Look, I have to be at the Lausanne Aerodrome at 10:20 p.m. I still have a light rail to catch. I haven't even bought the tickets yet.
We all told you. Everyone warned you.
Je suis en train de parler.
That's the problem. Look at what's pouring out of you.
Plongez pour un endroit où je ne t'aurai jamais rencontré car il n'y a personne à l'issue. Alors cette conversation avec toi, la parenthèse se referme. J'aurais dû rester là où j'étais.
My friends are waiting for me on the platform. I can't let them wait. It's impolite.
What?
C'est ce qui m'a levé sauter un lieutenant l'ami si de la nation. Oui, dis bonjour à tes amis de ma part.
She does not look back. Instead, eyes her fingernails. They're bitten, frayed. The evening wind blows in. The gown wraps around her like a white flag. 1,000 times you beat an animal. 1,000 times you've raised that fabric. What is underneath has always calmed you, centered you, made you sane.
Tu es désigné votre tête le deuil.
The morning? I don't understand.
Je suis le deuil, je suis en deuil, tu n'es même pas mort.
Oh my god, Harry, stop. I don't want to hear anything about the mourning. Mourning someone who's still alive. Any of that. I can't do that anymore. I'm not 80 years old, I'm 32. People my age are not supposed to mourn.
Non plus, je n'ai pas que 13 ans, j'en ai 32, j'en ai mon âge, je me sens pas supposé être en deuil, je souffle, en colère.
This is a bit much for me. It feels like your ribs are cracking around your heart.
On croit que je vais faire une crise
Then
cardiaque.
why are we doing this?
Tu n'es qu'un seul dans le somme des saints. En fait, tu es Dolores Day, Hanson et territoire du Mundi, ainsi c'est tout.
Yes, Harry. I am. Things have gotten much better for me, now that I am the ruler of the known world. Oh God, it's already so late. I have to go, Harry.
A tiny golden watch with red straps around her bony little wrists.
On peut pas séparer comme ça.
It's not, but
Pourtant, je t'en prie, dis-moi que ce n'est pas la fin.
I don't know why I said but. There is no but.
C'est tout.
That's it, yes. We've talked about it a million times. You will get over it, just like I did. People do. Things will get good for you again.
Regardez qui pas du tout.
It just takes some time. For you, I think it will take something like 20 years, maybe? It was hard for me too, you know? I used to think I couldn't live without you. But I can.
It's not. It's just not possible. It's like eating rocks. You just can't do it.
Je ne peux pas, c'est comme on n'est pas obligé, c'est pas comme ça, on pourrait peut-être donner une chance.
No, Harry, we can't.
Pourquoi?
We already tried again, and it didn't work.
Is that how it is now? We should just try all good things twice and then give up. By that logic, not you too.
Une deuxième chance. Si ça fonctionne pas, perdons l'esprit et laissons intangible, on peut tirer tout le reste.
Yes, of course. You've got everything under control, and I'm hysterical because I don't want to keep hurting you.
Je peux t'arranger.
I don't know. Please.
On est pas une voiture qui sait pourquoi on ne peut pas être ensemble.
Harry, we can't be together because you're insane.
En plus de tout le...
She avoids turning them to you.
Fou, comment ça fou? Fou, mais fou, comment ça va?
They're turning moist now. Her eyes. She slowly shakes her head and tries to get a hold of herself,
Qu'est-ce que tu entends
brushing
par
her
fou?
hands in her gown.
You know what I mean.
Là où tu n'as pas remarqué, je suis flic, c'est pas un boulot de tout repos.
A cop. You've worked there for so long you can't even talk like a normal person anymore. It's always lists with you. Questions.
Oui, ce sont des... Là, ce sont des arbres.
This is another one, isn't it? We're in a tree right now.
Ah, on veut faire des listes, tout le monde a des listes. J'ai une liste de tout ce que je veux demander.
It's not just the lists or trees or whatever. You get sad, Harry. Too sad. Other people get sad too, but not like you. You stay down for years, and then you start beating things. You get violent. In conclusion, you're ill. You're an old, insane man. And you have to be in hell until the end of your life. And I have to go to Morova.
Sachez cette figurine du chevaucheur sans tête. Fan.
I don't want it. It looks expensive. I don't want it.
Avec tu aimais les figurines, je croyais que ça me permettrait de...
That's not what figurines do, Harry.
Alors les figurines ne servent à rien.
She looks at the headless Found Rider between your fingers and doesn't know what to say.
Tu veux l'aider? J'ai acheté des dés personnalisés à cet endroit, une zone commerciale boutique.
Harry, I don't want things. I want to go to the aerodrome.
D'accord, je ne te ferai pas de cadeau.
I didn't ask for things. It's too late to give me anything. I would have liked the headless fallen rider back then.
Ok, je suis un succès. Elles ne sont d'aucune utilité, les figurines ne le font pas revenir. Tu as dit que je posséderais une grande âme et que tu serais toujours fidèle.
We both said a lot of things. We were very young.
En réalité, tu n'as pas dit, tu me l'as écrit une lettre. Je l'ai gardée dans mes papiers.
As Queen Regnant, I write a lot of letters.
J'ai la lettre ici, laisse-moi réfléchir à ma marque.
Please, Harry, I just don't have time for this.
Commence à lire. Chaque matin, lorsque je me lève et que tu restes endormi, puis je trouve un peu de tristesse. Reste levé dans mon estomac, je dois y rôde. Chacun ne met pas la tristesse. Enfin, une fois arrivé à la station d'essence, elle emplit totalement mon avance sur les rails. L'un en arrière, blablabla, à l'archer. C'est qu'elle demeura en moi jusqu'en fin d'après-midi, quand je redescendais le 49 pour te rejoindre. Toi, chacun de mes pas me fera... Chacun de mes pas fera plus léger. Je cours presque parfois, je cours vraiment. Je n'arrive pas à croire que je t'ai rencontré à ce bonheur. Je ne sens pas de toi. Tu possèdes une immense grandeur d'âme à laquelle je serai toujours fidèle.
Okay, stop. Yes. Are you happy now?
Allez, continue. Figure des nice, fille qui s'appelle, je sais que c'est toi qui l'as écrit.
Very well. I wrote it. It was morning. You slept. There was hoarfrost on the ground when I left, on Voyager Road. It was autumn. The first autumn. But Harry, please understand, it was 1,000,000 years ago. No, it was 100 million years ago. I was someone else then, filled to the brim with love for you, hanging on your every word. Oh, Harry, you were the coolest. But I'm no longer that person. This has taken her place. It will devour you. Harry, I will eat your mind.
The light of the video rental shines through her dress now. A DeLorean figure, cut in black, moves below. It's still her. Her legs, her breasts, her hips.
Est-ce que tu pourrais redevenir la personne que tu étais avant? Elle n'est pas disparue, elle est toujours là, sous la robe et la couronne.
And my crown of immortality? No. You scared her out of me. With your crying, the awful time we wound up having. And the cheap rental flats you could afford. Can't you see? I can never think you're cool again. I can only think that way about new people.
J'étais cool.
The coolest. With your leather jacket and your boot-cut pants. Smoking in the bus stop. I wanted you to be the rest of my life that day. And you were. Some of it, at least. You were my first. My first kiss. My first time to have sex. The first and worst time I fell in love. I will always have that with me. It's a fact. But that is all it is. It's like a ticket stub, Harry. It doesn't do anything anymore.
Le talon d'habillé.
Yes, let's talk about that too. Let's bring it up, the zoo. In Le Jardin, the day we went east of the river, to the aquarium first, I was sad about my mother. I don't even know why. The shimmer of the fish tank on my face. The octopuses. It was just a day then, but to think. Were we there now, you could touch my hair, kiss me. Talk to me about anything, go virtually anywhere in the world. Not like now. Now our interactions are limited to pain and regret.
Voyager Road, je connais cet endroit où est-ce.
It's here, Harry. We are on Voyager Road. At the end of it, 300 meters from the stop. We used to come here to rent videos.
La maison.
There. You could not pay the electrical bill. It became a lightless tomb. The years you spent training for the militia, my parents' money. It was not good.
Bon, qu'est-ce qu'on fait maintenant? De quoi va-t-on parler?
Is there really anything left? If not, we can always repeat one of the things we have already talked about. Talk about it again. If you do not feel like doing that, you should let me go to the aerodrome.
Je sais que tu m'aimes encore. L'embrasser.
With your feet trembling from the steps you took, tepid and fearful, you stand against her, her body close to you, radiating warmth. With your eyes closed, you move your lips on her mouth. She is not kissing you back.
L'argent froid contre un fond.
The delicate wreath on her forehead pressing into your temple. The silver is cold from the spring evening air.
Bouchez la bouche.
Nothing, just pillows against you. Unresponsive, but for the taste of apricots.
Sans sa respiration.
Her chest rising like a pillow. Warm exhalations against the side of your mouth. Her tender soul moving through her lungs. Hidden, distant, kept safe from you. Feels like soft fuzz, a bird covered in down feathers, brushing against your broken capillaries.
Je ne réponds pas à mon baiser.
The moment is ending. She is going to move her face away from yours. trying hard not to look at you. When she withdrew and you held on to her hand, she tried not to look at your face and see the expression there. Brother, you should put me in front of a firing squad. I have no words for how I failed you. She breathes out heavily, as if something painful has passed through her, and shakes her head. She shakes her head one more time. The evening wind rustles her hair, blowing old newspapers and fast food wrappings down the street.
Why did you do that to yourself? You know I don't cheat, Harry. I never cheated on you.
Comme ça, c'est fini.
No, Harry. Not yet. There is one more thing you have to see. I'm pregnant.
C'est moi le père?
Of course not. I terminated yours. Don't you remember? You poor fuck. Poverty-stricken fuck. Now, go ahead. Ask me more questions.
No, this has to end. More questions. Ask more.
I have to, Harry. Really, I've already missed the 8:30. I'm gonna go now.
I was wrong. You don't have power over her anymore. You shouldn't have said that. I am wrong about everything. You should go on without me.
Que vas-tu faire à Mirova?
Light, life, culture. It's so much better than here. Everything here reminds me of you, and the horrible times we had. The nights we stayed up fighting for our dying love. I have to wipe it all off me and be clean again. I want to be a good person again. Not this. Not what you made me into. No, that would only be painful and dull. At the aerodrome, life, love, and laughter are waiting for me. At the cafeteria, dust, hell, and tragic comedy.
Je m'ai laissé partir, c'est toi qui m'as demandé.
That was someone else. I betrayed her, overwrote her, and I'm happier for it. And I'm really going now. The time is up. I must be on the 10:20 flight.
Te reverrai-je un jour?
I won't see you, but you will see me.
Comment est-ce possible?
Oh, Harry. This is a dream. Can't you see? I'm already in Morova by now. Who knows how long ago this happened? A year? 2? 5 years ago?
Comment pourrais-je te voir alors?
Right here, tomorrow night. Once this dream starts happening, it keeps happening. 3 times a week, at least. And Harry, it really, really looks like it started happening again. There's the video rental. I'm suffocatingly beautiful. And young. And I smell of tutti frutti chewing gum. Like I did that time when I asked you for forgiveness. After leaving you the first time. So long ago.
C'est horrible.
Oh yes, this is real darkness. It's not death or war or child molestation. Real darkness has love for a face. The first death is in the heart, Harry. See you tomorrow.
Oh, there, man. You've been squealing and thrashing around. Crazy. And now you're bleeding too? Again? Yeah, Kuno saw that. A nightmare about bitches.
Comment tu sais?
Kuno knows that shit. All the worst dreams are about bitches. You wouldn't believe the shit Kuno sees about sea.
It's not good. This sea in his dreams.
Now let's get this shit back on the road, yo. Just make sure you don't die. Kuno's no fucking mortician.
Ok, bon. On va s'arrêter là pour aujourd'hui, on fera sûrement la partie finale la prochaine fois. Hop. Oula, hop. Sûrement la dernière ligne droite la prochaine fois. Hop. Sauvegarder. Ça a bien sauvegardé, hein? Oui, ça a bien sauvegardé. Menu principal, confirmé. Ah, c'est plaisir en tout cas. Le dos qui craque. Ah. Bon, s'il y avait encore du monde, je vous dis à la prochaine fois. Demain, on terminera sûrement Disco Elysium. Mais du coup, on était avec Dolores Day avant, en couple. On était déjà une merde avant. C'est grave quand même. Mais bon, si l'histoire se répète encore et encore, tant pis. Hein. S'il y a encore du monde, je vous dis la bonne fin d'après-midi, bonne soirée, bon appétit, des bisous, à la prochaine, et puis so long. Allez hop, arrêtez le stream.